e-commerce has become really
yeah, here you go.
throughout the world, but no place more so than in China. The numbers will just blow your mind. I was given a unique opportunity to look behind the scenes and see how all of this is produced. So come along with me and let me show you what I learned. A Jike True, but they're also very
okay.
I'm at the Royal Family Building. This company is a gigantic garments manufacturer, but they're also very
Li Jia is the lipstick guy. Oh yeah, this is the beauty influencer. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, he's known as the lipstick king, not the lipstick guy. Sorry. Li is known for the large volume of sales his streams generate. He began as a L'Oreal shop assistant in Nanchang, in the Jiangxi province. Li began streaming on Taobao, and by the end of the year, he'd earned an estimated 1.53 million. He's famous for his marathon streams, wherein he would apply several hundred different brands of lipstick to his lips over the course of several hours. He holds the Guinness World Record for most lipstick applications in 30 seconds. By March 2021, he had over 35 million followers on TikTok and 7 million on Weibo, earning an estimated 10 million to 20 million per month. By June 2022, he had 170 million followers. During a live stream on the 3rd of June 2022, he presented an ice cream cake that resembled a tank on air, and the show abruptly went offline, prompting speculation for viewers and fans. The Wall Street Journal said that the tank-like cake was considered reminiscent of Tank Man, a figure from Tiananmen Square protests and censorship in China. On September 20th, Li resumed his live streaming on Taobao, and I don't know why this one doesn't show it, but his return stream had 60 million live viewers. He logs 2 billion in a day. Lipstick Brother. Li, who earned his nickname by trying on various makeup products. Oh yeah, and those websites definitely inflate that shit. That's more than most European countries. First of all, Chinese social media applications resemble the 1950s and 1960s American television because there aren't that many of them. China is massive, and there aren't that many fucking applications you can watch. Okay? Because the internet is more controlled, there are way less outlets. So, for that reason, some of the most watched content always comes out of China for that reason. Like the Chinese daily news broadcast, I think currently is the most watched content on the planet. Most watched televised content on the planet. You're so jealous? Yeah, I'm very jealous. I would love to sell lipstick in China. Chinese numbers usually have a ton of U-bots as well. I think, well, that could be the case. Way less outlets. What does the rest of the world have as big names and content in YouTube TV/Twitch? I think that it's more so that there are less content creators as well. Like top content creators. There are so many additional ways that you can consume content in the rest of the world. Think about it like this. It's basically kind of like what we talked about in the latest episode of Fear Ant with Squeezy, right? In France, the French internet is almost self-segregated, self-isolated, because Francophones want French content, right? So English-speaking content creators have a broader audience, right, to pick from, because everybody speaks English. Everybody learns English. Everyone is interested in English content. But for that reason, there's a lot more content creators in that space. It's significantly more diluted. Whereas with French content creators, they have an incredible amount of access to people who are exclusively interested in French-speaking content. So there's less competition. You're not competing with the rest of the planet. The audience pool that you're tapping into is much, much smaller, but there's much less competition in the streaming space as well. So you're saying the market is ripe for a young, beautiful white man to come along and rake up the yuan? No, not at all. I don't think a white person would be as anywhere near as successful as a Chinese person or a Japanese person in Japan. Fuck no. Even if they are absolutely fluent, it would not be the same. A majority of Chinese citizens only use phones as their connection to the internet. It makes sense as to why the biggest live streams come from the country with the biggest population, especially one that's mostly only using phone and apps. Yeah. Oh, here it is. China's Lipstick King returns to live streaming show after mysterious 3-month disappearance. And his name is Austin Lee. And he had 64 million followers on Alibaba's Taobao. He once sold 15,000 lipsticks in 5 minutes. In a sales competition against Alibaba founder Jack Ma, winning himself the nickname China's Lipstick King, he went silent. But I think this is like Western media claimed that this was because of the fucking, because of the tank cake or whatever. But it wasn't. I don't think this was the case because he went away with like every other top live streamer, and I think it was more so about tax evasion from what I remember reading. Yeah, 5 of the top content creators, live streamers in China, went silent at the same time because there was an ongoing investigation into tax evasion. You could say tax evasion surely, but not every single other person was fucking doing tank cakes as well. It's not like the other content creators that also went silent that never actually did make a comeback in the way that he did were doing that. Anyway, during Tuesday's show, Lee didn't explain why he had disappeared or where he had gone in the past 3 months. But when he came back, he had 63 million live concurrent viewers. Or 60 million live concurrent viewers, as far as I understand. By the end of the 2-hour show, 63 million viewers had watched his live stream, higher than most of his previous shows. 63 million total viewers over the stream? Okay, so it wasn't concurrent. But it doesn't matter. Total for 63 million means like there is, like 20 million or 30 million fucking concurrent then. Insane to think about.
Famous for live streaming.
Now, Zhongshan has many, many towns, and each town has its own manufacturing specialty. I've already taken you to the town of Gujin, where they produce lighting. In Gankou, they do a lot of entertainment manufacturing. But the town of Shaxi is famous for clothing, leisure wear, and other textiles. In fact, in this small little town, there's over 5,000 enterprises dedicated to this industry. There is an uncountable amount of showrooms. In addition to that manufacturing base, it also is very famous for live streaming e-commerce. They have been laser focused in trying to develop this new direct-to-consumer marketing model.
Look at this table. It's amazing. And of course, the boss gets to park his car in the lobby of the building. Why not? Yeah.
A big trend for e-commerce live stream marketing is to go away from affiliates and bring all of that in-house, with major brands developing their own live stream platforms. But for now, the main platforms that are doing most of this business are Taobao Live, Douyin, and Kuaishou. According to the latest reports, there are about 1.28 million live streamers, over 130 million live stream accounts, and over 600 million customers in China alone. According to KPMG, this industry has reached a threshold of over 1 trillion renminbi. One of the things that really struck me about this tour was the amount of people it takes to produce this e-commerce live stream on a daily basis.
So this is the live streaming studio for Royal Family. The gentleman up there, he's the boss. He starts at 7 a.m. and can live stream for up to 10 hours a day.
Now in the West, the common name for these people are influencers, but in China they're known as key opinion leaders, or KOLs.
And of course, all the people down here are doing sales support and keeping the stream going. The numbers that this man puts up on Douyin are insanely big. He says just yesterday they made over 3 million yuan in sales in one day. Right now he's got about 700,000 people watching him. Click right there and then they'll give a gift to 5 lucky people.
This is what is mind-boggling to me, especially because like why, what is so captivating about just selling you fucking underwear. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's madness that there are people who are like, I want to consume content where the guy's just like basically selling me shit. It's QVC meets Twitch. You know, exactly. And Amazon is trying to do that as well currently. So I don't get it. It's very old school. Yeah. The way my wife explains it, that is feels more of educating yourself on the product to see whether you like it or not. I know, but that's a very limited interaction. That's not like that you can't make a fucking live stream with that. You know what I mean? All you do is react. It's the same thing. We can do the same thing for Twitch. All you do is react. It's the same thing. It's not the same thing. The reason why it's not the same thing is because I'm going through news. I'm giving you my opinion on the news. I'm reacting to some of the things that you guys are saying. And that's, you know, the basis, like the interactive component is the same, but at least there's some level of content like that isn't just me selling you underwear. Like, imagine if I just sat here and was like, all right, guys, here we have the Calvin Klein underwear. It's going for $10 on Amazon Prime right now for Prime Day. If I just did that all day, every day to you, you probably would be like, what the fuck is this shit? I don't care about it. Industry is basically selling a political side or opinion to someone. Everything is sales, not a bad thing. There's actually very complex versions of this in the USA now. Chef Step's YouTube channel, for example, is a complicated sales avenue for Breville products. You sell communism, which is the worst. Lol, JK. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this as well, which is, you know, very unique, very interesting. Amazon is doing a version of this, which is not great and is not as successful, and it's kind of sad, as you guys saw earlier, as I showed you, right? I think a lot of it is also what makes unboxings and mukbang videos popular. Watching people interact with something you don't own / can't own. Yeah, I guess you're right. People do mukbangs. But that's like, you're eating a lot. You know what I mean? In that situation, you're like there's an ASMR component to it. I feel like something that is interesting there. Not just like selling a fucking t-shirt.